Hey everybody, good evening. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. What that Friday do? This is Bobby, or you might know me as BF. And we're here for another episode number 2 of the Sports Heads. Andrew Flora. Hope you're ready to review the weekend sports that was. Let's bring the boys in. Let's bring in the man himself, Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
Hey,
Hey, listen to this. Crystal clear, Andrew. How are you doing today,
what,
brother?
what's up?
What's up? There you go. What's going on, man? Now, tell everybody what you got going on here. We were a little bit late starting tonight, but what do you got going on here?
Uh, no computer.
Boom, new computer. Got the new. Hey, look,
Uh,
everybody, no echo.
uh, you wanna know something crazy?
What's
Uh,
that?
so Trevor Story, you know who he is, right? Trevor Story,
Is he a golfer?
baseball,
He's a
baseball
baseball
player,
guy. Okay, so you the man. See, I
hit
thought he was a golfer. Go ahead.
hit 3 home runs last night and hit a grand slam tonight.
Damn, dude. See, here comes Andrew opening up the show with the sports. All right, well, let's bring in our other sports head. Here's the man himself out in the West Coast. Boneloads. What's up, Boneloads?
What's up, guys? How's it going, gentlemen?
Want to say hi, Andrew? What's up?
Hey, brother,
There he's coming through. Always bringing a
what's
good
up,
Yeah,
weather.
brother?
We got Boneloads in the West. I'm in the
thank you
East.
for having me.
Got the Central. Yeah, man. We are the sports heads. We're here. We like to talk sports because we could just talk about it all day. So that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, it's not sunny out here. It's raining, but
Yeah, how about that?
like a
I do normally do the weather check with you. You got a
yeah,
little rain going out there. How often does
yeah,
that
like a
happen for you?
like a true gridiron warrior. I am
Coming
playing
through
through. Yeah,
California. Do you even have
but
like rain gear? Are umbrellas even a thing out there?
sometimes, but yeah, it's not. It's more frequent than it used to be, but yeah, maybe like once a month it'll rain. I remember this year, yeah, it started off kind of gnarly. Like every month it was raining, or maybe that was last year, but yeah, it you probably get like once a month, so 12 times a year,
Yeah.
we'll say, like
It's
12,
like
15
about
times a
90
year.
degrees here on the East Coast where I'm at in the Mid Atlantic in Maryland, and
Oh,
did a little flower planting today, a little spring flower planting today. So is that even a thing in California? Do you all go out in the spring and plant your flowers, or because you're seasonal, you have the good weather all the time? Is that probably not even a thing where you go out in the spring and plant new flowers? I guess it's
yeah, I
just
think there's like
every
two
time.
seasons,
Two
but I could be
seasons,
wrong.
just hot and cold. That's it, right?
No,
Yeah.
wait, you plant them in the spring and then they grow in the, or they harvest in the fall, yeah? Isn't
Oh,
that
Right.
usually
Yeah.
how it
jeez.
works? Okay, yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everyone
So we
talks
just
about
did that. We
harvesting in the
planted our
fall.
spring
Yeah,
spring flowers and did all that good stuff today. So that was fun.
yeah, that is cool.
Oh, somebody
How's the
checking
weather
in.
over there, Andrew, in Wisconsin?
Crappy, crappy,
Is it
absolutely crappy.
is it like a humid kind of?
No, just rainy and shit. Ugh.
All right, and that's a
Oh,
sports
it's
head
raining.
weather
Okay, so it's
report.
raining there too. Right on. So I guess it's only warm there
Yeah, it's
in
threatening
Maryland
here. It's just like
area.
kind of warm and muggy. All right, well, we got some more people here we want to bring in. Let's bring in somebody who wants to. Our friend Bobby Nick. Let's say, hey, what's up, Bobby Nick?
Hey, maybe I could learn something about sports from you guys, eh?
Maybe. Now I asked Bobby Nick to come in and kind of moderate the chat because there's a lot of moving parts to this. So
True
if I don't
enough.
see your
Yeah.
chat, Bobby Nick's going to kind of take the wheel and throw the chats my way and everything. So nice to see you here.
Nice to be here, guys.
Nice to be seen. We got one more special guest in. We really appreciate this guy stopping in, and some of y'all seeing him last night. Let's say hello to our friend, My Lost Interest.
Oh,
What's
lost.
Hey
up?
guys,
What's
Hey,
up,
for
Lost?
what's up,
Wow.
checking in.
guys? Hey
What's up,
Bones,
What's
man?
up,
how you
boss?
doing?
I was gonna send you the
Look, I got
link.
my
I'm glad Bobby sent
shades.
you the link. So that's funny. I was gonna send you the link to
I
see if
got.
you wanted to chat
Oh,
about anything. Cool.
yeah, I got my Cali shades on. What do you think?
Yeah, I
That's
think
it.
they're pretty cool.
Oh
There you
shit,
go.
styling and profiling.
Yeah,
There
I
he
know.
is.
Always. He's
Good to
always
see you.
lounging.
Good to see you
I
checking
can
in.
play, I can
Living his
play
best
the
life.
screen share and do shit now.
Yeah,
You can
you got
screen
a
share and do
proper
all
laptop.
kind of shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
what do you
Lost,
think, Lost?
listen to
Oh,
how
sorry, go
good
ahead.
he sounds.
I like his new setup. It's awesome.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
look
you
how
can
good
actually
he
see
looks.
him,
We
and
can actually see his full like upper body. Like this is awesome.
it's so cool.
we're getting the full
It's so
Andrew.
cool.
Yeah, the full
Agreed.
Andrew.
I could do this. I'm flexing. I'm flexing for y'all.
You're
Oh, right
flexing.
on.
Oh,
Look
look
at
at
you.
please
There we
don't hurt
go.
us, Andrew. But we're glad everybody's here. Hey, let's
Heck
talk
yeah,
about
Andrew.
the first show, Andrew. How did you like how the first show went we did last week?
First show went amazing.
Went amazing, pretty good. Yeah.
I
Kind of,
did. I didn't think it would go that well, but it did.
well, you know, the last check I looked, we had 141 views, and I think that's pretty impressive. What do you think?
What's up? So like, have we been getting comments on the show too?
Yeah, sometimes there's some comments in the threads, and I've been getting some personal messages from certain people saying lots of nice things. And one of the
Yeah, I got a lot of
main
positive
things they were
feedback
saying
too.
is that the echo made it hard to listen. So they're going to stick around longer tonight
Oh,
because
that
it's going to
echo
be
is
easy
killer.
listening tonight.
Yeah,
For
no,
Andrew.
no, no more
That echo
echo
is
from
horrible.
Andrew.
Echo no more. It's the new and improved
That's
Andrew.
nice.
But
Yeah,
we
Andrew
want to
2.0.
absolutely. We want to thank everybody who participated in those 141 views for a show that really nobody knew about, like basically 2 days before we put the link out last week. So thank you. Andrew likes talking about sports, and I like helping Andrew talk about sports and getting together with cool people. I like seeing my man Lost sparking up another one. See if he
There you
can
go.
make it through the show.
I got a peep.
What do you got?
What is
Peep.
that?
A
A
peep.
peep?
A peep? Oh,
Yeah.
still left over from Easter?
It's too hardcore, Andrew.
I think I still have some from Easter. I can't ever get into them.
All right, Andrew. So let's
Can
get
you
into
actually
this, fellas.
smoke
Now
those?
we're all here. Andrew
I
sends
wish.
me headlines as we get through the week. So he said we got at least three decent headlines, maybe four that Andrew wants to talk about. And the first one he sent to me was the Sports Illustrated cover story. So Andrew, when you're done with your peeps, sir, and I've set up the picture, would you like to tell us how you feel?
Priorities, Bobby. Priorities.
I see. Yeah.
Well,
All right. Here it
She
comes. So
d-
we can bring it up. A lot of y'all been seeing this.
Kim. Oh, Kim Kardashian
Yes.
didn't deserve that
Yes, that's right.
spotlight. No, that's not Kim. That's
I know. I'm just joking.
the other one.
Is that her name is Yumi Nu? Yeah, she was one of the first ones I heard of. Well, it's very interesting you say that because we have this one, and then we have Kim Kardashian, and let me show you another thing that I found.
Like a chick with like one arm or something. I'm just kidding.
She does not deserve that spotlight right there. No.
Get down in this list here.
so who exactly is that girl? Like, is she someone in the sports industry or?
Yeah, she's no one I'm really familiar with. I think she's a model or something. But
I think she's
on here,
a model, a plus size model, I guess you would call it in today's
Yeah,
terms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
what you'll
yeah.
notice when
There's
I looked
market
up a
for it.
little further, because I saw at least two names, what you'll notice is that you have Kim Kardashian. Maybe you can't read it. For those who can't read it, they have for this year as cover people, they have Kim Kardashian, Sierra, which is Russell Wilson's wife, hip hop, artist. And then this one was very interesting. Mae Musk. Y'all know who that is?
I saw that. Yeah,
I have no idea.
I do. So
Mae
I'll let you
Musk.
guys take a guess.
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that
No,
Elon
no.
Musk's mom?
They must.
Yes. Mae Musk is Elon Musk's mother. So even
Oh,
she, as well as this Yumi Nu. So apparently, four different covers, or four women were apparently convinced that they were the cover person
That's
for
cool.
this.
They
The
had
Sports
4 different
Illustrated.
people on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and going
It's
back,
like-
you can see that up until like 2010 or so, they were kind of saying actually Kate Upton did 12 and 13, but then they started doing like multiples. I've noticed that in the last couple of years where there's multiple women who are claiming to be Sports Illustrated, cover women when they
yeah,
pay
they
credit,
start branching out into different aspects of life and stop going. They got away from the typical stereotypical like model look where you have to be pencil thin and not ever freaking eat, and just have like God-given genetics,
Right.
Like,
And I do agree
How-
that at some point the women were getting a little too skinny. I like my women
The-
that look like they
yeah,
eat a
no, I totally
cheeseburger or
agree.
something.
Yeah,
The-
yeah,
the
it's unrealistic.
the older I get, guys, the more I'm getting into not like the big women, but I like my women like.
Yep.
It's hard to
Come on.
describe it. Like,
You don't mind a little extra
Yeah,
groceries
you
in the
like a
trunk? Is that what you're
curvy,
trying to say?
voluptuous woman. Yeah, no, it's a.
You don't
I
mind a
know
little
what you
extra-
mean. Like, yeah, you can say you want someone
Like-
that's like thinner in shape, but if you see like a woman with like some nice curves, you're like, wow, like I don't even care about whatever. Like,
Ain't nothing
height.
wrong with no woman with some junk in her fucking trunk. That's for
No, I
sure.
agree.
Right.
Yeah,
Little cushion for the pooshin.
oh
like people can have their
no,
preference, but if you see something that's good, see someone beautiful in your
God.
eye, it's like it doesn't
You're
matter.
like, God damn. You're like, God damn. I want that.
See,
No, I agree. Like some
but you cannot
people,
lie.
like they, I think they sell them so short because they have like this specific like group they go for, but yeah, if someone's awesome and you think you're attracted to them, like who cares, like they
That's
don't
true.
meet
That's
that
really all that matters.
requirement. Yeah,
But it's just interesting because you hear a lot of guys who grew up with Sports Illustrated cover swimsuit editions, and you basically literally grew up, if you know what I mean. And they're kind of seeing this different kind of trend. Even some of them are longing for the days of the models that used to be on those magazines. So I guess that's where the conversation kind of lies.
I totally
Well,
agree. Like,
let's get this straight. Like, okay, that is kind of like that's like a fake thing, really. Those models are doing their hardest to stay skinny, and it's not real. Their pictures are
That's no more
airbrushed.
healthy. I agree.
Their pictures are airbrushed and everything. This is more of a representation of what you are actually going to see in most places. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, I
absolutely. Well
yeah.
put. Yeah, I can say.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's the reason for it. It's just a reflection of society. All right, Andrew.
Oh,
Oh, just to
What,
say
go-
sorry. One,
oh,
still
go
here.
ahead, Boneloads. Finish up,
Uh,
Boneloads.
1995, Daniela Pastova, I think, on the Sports Illustrated cover. I think I had that issue. I was like 12 or whatever. Like you could I think you could like see her nipples through like the bathing suit or whatever. I thought that was like the hottest thing ever.
Absolutely. See, there's probably presidents you can't
That was
remember
before
their
the
name,
internet.
but you remember that woman's name, don't you? That had an
Yeah,
impression
this
on
was
you.
before the internet.
This
So
is before the
you
internet.
couldn't go and see everything and anything,
Exactly. Right, exactly. And that's
Yeah.
why, like I said, a lot of men basically grew up their childhood basically, with the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models, if you will, because porn
There was
definitely wasn't as readily
slim
available back
pickings
in
back
those
then.
days.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No,
would
you-
rank it up there with like a good, like a Playboy issue almost.
Yeah.
now
All right,
you
Andrew.
could basically look up anything and everything now.
Yeah, you can, and I'm sure that you do.
Yeah. Andrew's a testament
buddy.
to that.
Our second
Okay.
story of the week that you wanted to talk about was Mr. Drew Brees. Would you like to talk about that? What was announced with Drew Brees this week, Andrew?
Yeah. So he's still employed with NBC, as we all know. But he dropped kind of a breeze bomb saying might want to return to the NFL.
Yeah, right. So there's a lot of speculation. It says, I'll read the tweet, the Drew Brees tweet from his official account. It says, despite speculation from media about my future this fall, I am currently undecided. I may work for NBC. I may play football again. I may focus on business and philanthropy. I may train for a pickleball tour, senior golf tour, coach my kids, or all of the above. I'll let you know. So he basically left it that wide open. But a lot of people took him leaving NBC
He's keeping his
as
options.
just absolute.
What the fuck is pickleball? That's what I want to know.
What do you think?
I forget.
What do you guys think about it?
Do we think he's got the itch? He seems like the competitive guy that he would be one of them ones like a Brady that kind of sat down and go, you know what? I can still do this. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's coming back. I think he's itching to come back. He's going to try to come back. I'm probably on the Saints.
I think it's really
You
hard
think
for
so?
these athletes to leave. I think they go home and they sit there and stare at the walls and take out the garbage and they go, okay, enough of this. I want to get back to
And I think he
playing.
took good care of himself. You know, he's not frugal or fragile. I say frugal. He's not fragile. You know, he's not all beat up.
Yeah, and I would
like,
say up until
you
like
know,
near the
he's-
end of
he's
his career,
good.
you really didn't see him like getting injured and missing a lot of games. I mean, he was like he started like every game,
Yeah, he was an Iron Man
or
for a long time.
or damn near, yeah. But now Sean
there were a lot
Payton's
of
not
injuries.
there and everything, and so that changes the dynamics too. Those two were like, like
Tighter
about
than-
that.
And supposedly there's speculation that the Carolina Panthers won.
Panthers.
Yeah. And Sean Payton might go there to coach.
Wow, that would be. I mean, they've seen him for a long time, so they've definitely probably fallen in love with him over the years. Probably like the Chargers have Khalil Mack facing him twice a year. So I could see them mortgaging the friggin' farm to bring in Breeze and Peyton for a quick turnaround. Yeah, that's interesting.
I saw that on TikTok. I don't know how true it is.
We got Cowbird in the chat. We got Owen in the chat. We got Blunt Girl,
Hey,
Tracy. Hi, y'all.
Wow.
hello
How's it
everybody.
going?
What's up, everyone?
Thanks for showing up. We really appreciate that. Woo woo! We got a whoop whoop from Andrew. We got official whoop whoop.
I mean, look how official he is. You have to come for this. This is the first.
All right, y'all. And the next story, Andrew, that you wanted to share, and I know this is an important one to you. And me as well. This one is about Sasha and Naomi walking out of Monday Night Raw last week. Would you like to take this, sir?
Yes, I would. A lot of people are saying it's work, but I do not think so.
Okay, so for those who are into wrestling lingo, a work is basically something that is they believe is scripted and is built into the show and comes from the company. So go ahead, Andrew.
Supposedly those two were unhappy where the storyline was going, so their exact words were, fuck this, fuck your show, take your title, we're leaving.
Right. So apparently the lead woman who used to be a former heavy women's champion, Sasha Banks, her big thing is trying to promote and uplift women's wrestling in the WWE, and so she's wants to elevate it and make it more legitimate, basically. And apparently, I don't know why this was her stand, but she didn't like how a particular match was scheduled to go in the direction of the women's wrestling division. So she essentially put their belts, gave them to Vince McMahon and walked out. And also, so that's the whole speculation. So do you believe this? You don't believe this is a work from the company, Andrew? You believe they legitimately
Absolutely
walked out,
not.
right?
Absolutely not. They walked out.
Right. Do you believe it's for
So that's
any
it, then they're
other?
done. They're-
So that's what's interesting, Loss, is because like now that there's another wrestling company, they're wondering, will he just cut bait with them and let them go to another company, or is he gonna kind of make them stay, take their belts, and kind of make them pay internally? I don't I guess it all depends on their contractual.
I think that he's gonna make them pay on screen wise. He's
Yeah,
gonna
kind of
make
like
them. He's gonna make them lose and make them look like fools on screen.
yeah, that's typically what Vince likes
Well,
to
this,
do, right? So that's why probably be a reason why he would keep him around and all. But yeah, so
this is the
that's kind
perfect
of an
wrestling
interesting mess.
storyline,
Where
right?
say that
Yeah.
again, Lost?
This is the perfect wrestling storyline. This has to be all just a storyline, right?
Well, that's and then so there are we all understand what wrestling is, that it's scripted and they plan eventualities out in matches and everything, but there are times where like the line blurs, like in situations like this, and they basically, like WWE had to run with it, and they call that like a shoot, because it's like it kind of happened live and raw on the spot. And so basically what they did, the match that these ladies walked out of, they just adjusted the match, and it was a qualifying match for a future match. So they just basically went on. So they kind of rolled with the realistic punches that were thrown to them. So even though there is script and made up stuff, there is sometimes where the line gets blurred like this. So,
For
and
sure.
it's up
I
to your own
agree.
opinion with that too.
I think this is all.
know.
Yeah, I think this is all just. I think this is all just a storyline that they created.
Just a
I'd be
work, eh?
I'd be interested to
Just a
find out. I
work.
saw one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It might
Yeah,
be
it's
a work.
interesting. I never knew that. Yeah, that term.
There we go. See, we're all
Just learned something.
here.
Owen in
learn
the
something on
chat
the cool
says. Owen in the chat says, I thought it was a work at first. Now I think they were dumb.
Well, I think I've heard they've talked some wrestlers behind the scene, and they would agree with that, where they said like that basically that kind of wasn't the way to go about it, and it kind of puts them in a bad light with the other wrestlers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, now Andrew and Boneloads. Y'all sent me a tweet about this was about the Milwaukee Bucks, and the tweet read, "Do you fire Bud or promote Darvin Ham?" Now I'm going to let you all talk about this. Is some NBA action, and y'all can roll this into.
This is
talk
the
about some
absolute.
NBA
Go ahead,
playoffs.
Andrew.
So you guys go ahead.
This
Kick
is
it off.
This is the absolute dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Absolute horrible take.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. He just won a title last year with them, and they had a good year this year. You lost a game 7 in a tough series with a really good team. I don't think they need to really touch anything. All the players are still relatively in their prime, and they just need to retool a little bit. But yeah, don't mess it. Don't break it if it's not or if it's not fixed. Don't break. If it's not broken, don't fix it. There we go.
But the only thing the fans had problem with is Bud did not make any adjustments mid-game.
Yeah, and that probably comes from him just trusting the players too much, and that's just that's an adjustment he'll have to make going into next season, is to be more assertive and call the timeouts and make the lineup changes and talk his team off the ledge when he needs to. So yeah, I think he probably because they did win it last year, he probably put a little too much confidence in the guys. Where he needs to take a step back and come back next year with a different like a more assertive mentality. But yeah, he's doing a great job. I don't think they should do anything. I think that's ridiculous calling for him to get fired. It's one freaking season. It's one loss. The ball bounces
He
two ways.
just-
They could be playing still. So it's
He
panicking.
just signed a 5-year deal, I believe.
There you go. There's another reason why you want to keep him. That's a lot of money to have to pay a guy who's not working for you.
All right, and that leads us into, you got the NBA Finals going on. You got Dallas and Golden State Warriors. Golden State's leading that series 1-0, and then you got Miami and Boston. That series tied at 1-1. That game plays tomorrow. Dallas and Golden State are playing tonight. You guys got any opinions on those series?
I got the Miami.
You got the Heat, huh?
They're hungry. They got Butler. They got Hero. They got young guys. I'm not saying Boston is not good, but the Heat are just more hungry.
Yeah, I'd have to say in the West, I'm gonna have to go with Golden State because they just whooped Dallas the other night, and Dallas didn't really do anything to make me think that the next game is gonna be any different. They're gonna definitely have to win at home, and then maybe try to steal one on the road. But if Dallas is gonna win, it'll be a 7-game series. And then in the East, it's kind of a toss up. I would say the way Boston played last game, they freaking beat them by 30 or so, and they got some key veterans back in that game too, which I think helped put them over the hump. So I'll probably have to give a very, very slight edge to Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, just because they seem to be playing better as of late and to finish the season. But yeah, Miami's a tough team. They got a scrappy guy. They got a lot of scrappy guys. Jimmy Butler, like you said. And, so it's. I think both series can go 7 games, and then once we get to the finals, I probably have to say Golden State's the favorite, just because they've done it before. They have the experienced guys, and it's pretty crazy, that they're in this position to even win it again after the 3-year absence. But we'll see. There's a lot of basketball left to be played, but yeah, I'd probably have to go if you wanted me to bet, I'd have to say Golden State and Boston, and then maybe Golden State slight advantage over Boston in the finals.
All right, so he has got Boston, right? And you had
So
Miami.
when was the last
What
time
about
that
the
Boston-
West?
Yeah, I had Boston. He had Miami.
Boston won in 2008, I believe.
2008.
Is that what you asked,
That's a
Ross?
long time.
So it's been a while for them.
Yeah, so
Cool.
it's been a while. I wonder, out of all the 4 teams, who's had the longest drought?
I don't think Dallas has ever won.
Ever?
Mavericks.
Let's see. The longest drought was Boston in 2008 because Dallas won in 2011. Heat most recently won in 2013, and then Golden State won in 2018. So yeah, it wasn't. It's not that much of a drought for either of the 4 teams. They've all had some pretty good success in these last 10 years or so. So yeah, Boston's actually the team with the longest drought since 2008, which isn't too bad. The grand scheme of things.
No, right.
Yeah. So there's no like Cinderella or somebody that hasn't enjoyed success.
What do you think about the overtime rule changing in playoffs?
You talking about for basketball or for the NFL?
NFL.
NFL, yeah. Are you up on them? Because I hadn't looked them up, but I know that they just did those changes in the last.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was rule changes.
I think they're going to allow
what is the change?
one possession for at least for each team now because
You
everybody.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Go ahead, Andrew. Yeah. I think that's only fair. I didn't
You
like that
have-
the team scored a touchdown, but
I mean, you have to. There's no reason why a team shouldn't be allowed to possess the ball at least once.
Yeah. I think it's even more crucial
agree,
because
Andy.
it's a playoff game and it means so much to at least ensure that each team gets one chance with the ball. I agree with that too.
yeah.
Here
It's only fair.
here is my take on the thing, though. I think they should have colored rule college overtime rule for playoffs.
What is that rule?
Yeah, what was that rule?
Not a bad take.
You start from what 20, I think. Or,
Yeah, very close to the goal line. Yeah.
and each team trades scores until the other one stops them. I think
That's interesting.
they should have that in the NFL.
You'll have to see what they come up with, but I think definitely one. We all agree that one possession for each team is a fair way to go because you hate to see somebody get the ball and then maybe fumble it, and then the other team goes down and kicks a field goal and wins the game because of a fumble. So that basically fumble changed the game. But
Yeah, I agree.
and going on to the NHL playoffs, you got the Rangers and the Hurricanes. Carolina leads that series 1-0. You have the Edmonton Oilers and Calgary Flames. They play later on tonight. Calgary
Oh,
leads
the
that series.
the Battle of Alberta.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
got
about to ask
excited,
you
eh?
about that, Bobby. Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
that's your state, right? That's the state
It's,
you're in.
yeah, it's the province I'm in. It's all the rage over here right now.
Battle of Alberta. Who are you rooting for? Anybody
You can't
specifically?
hear them.
Look up.
I was born in Edmonton, so I guess I have to go with the Oilers if I go with anybody.
It
Right on.
keeps
Frankie
going
wants the Flames.
black
So Frankie McDonald.
every once in a while.
Weird. But at least it works.
Yeah, I seen he was going for the Flames. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Now,
like,
Bobby,
shit.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed since in previous episodes with you, you've mentioned that your opinion about hockey. I don't want to say it for you, but
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't give a shit about it. So
but
honestly,
you're aware. But you're aware of it, right? Yeah.
oh, you can't
Well, you have to be.
you can't not hear about it around here. Right
Yeah.
now, it's the biggest thing. You know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So who are most people for around your way?
Do they have hockey year-round?
Around my way,
Yeah.
it's the Oilers. But if you were to go up more close to Calgary, it would be Calgary Flames for sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, indeed.
Like I
And out
remember
west, go ahead.
I remember like in Edmonton as I was growing up, Wayne Gretzky was the man. And then I went to Calgary one time and they were like, "Oh, that whiner." You know, like
Yeah,
like
hoser.
they were just trashing him. I'm like, "What? I've never heard anybody trash like such a great hockey player, you know, because that's the way I was taught." But Calgary Flames, everybody in Calgary, you know, they hated the Oilers.
Yeah,
And they
because he was
hated Gretzky.
he was the hands-off hockey god. You know, he didn't get into the scrapes. You know, he was the skills guy, the technical guy. You know, the enforcers made sure that Gretzky was okay.
Yep.
You know, a position they allegedly don't have in the NHL anymore, the enforcer. But
Yeah.
to continue
So at least you
with
gotta have
the
some
Yeah.
skill, you know. You can't just
I
go around
miss those
beating up
days.
guys, you know, like like
yeah, well, I
I
guess
miss
they're
those
trying
days.
to. You missed those days, lost where they had it and they had an enforcer and they
I
were proud
do.
of it.
Let them. I liked it when guys were scared on the ice, and Probert, and he would just beat the crap out of people. Ty Domi,
Ty Domi. I was just gonna
no
say
helmets,
that. You took it.
no helmets.
Right.
I mean,
Sorry,
I had Brad Marsh from
I
the
think
Flyers.
my internet went out a minute.
It's all good.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I would see some of the NHL players that grandfathered in, them crazy son of a bitches that they said, you can continue to play with no helmet until your career is over. And I was like, what is wrong with these guys? You know, they were crazy, but yeah.
Hey, that's just the way it was, man. That's the way it was. When I lived in Michigan, we used to have the Detroit Red Wings would train up in Traverse City.
Oh,
And
yeah.
after
Hang on, Andrew.
and then
I'm from.
and then after they were done training, we would go to the bar with them, and they'd just hang out. They were like regular dudes. They were just
Yeah.
cool as shit, and yeah, I mean, that's one of the cool things about hockey is the guys don't have a lot of attitude. They're just kind of good old boys, you know. Still,
Yeah, they seem to be very
Yeah.
humble. Yeah, they're always cool with the fans, and They're just happy someone recognizes them.
Love to drink. Yeah,
Cool.
maybe.
Well, I appreciate that
Sure.
regional story, Bobby. Nick, that's pretty good right now. Knowing how much hockey means up in that area, that's a really good story. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's like everybody's into it. Everybody's into it except for me.
There you go. You're
I-
you're just watching it all go
didn't
down,
hear-
right? Like
Yeah,
there they
exactly. Yeah.
I didn't hear any of it because my internet cracked.
All right, Bobby Nick was basically talking about the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames in the NHL playoffs and how they're all a buzz up there. And we talked about what team they were rooting for more.
And Bobby's more of an Edmonton guy, and Frankie McDonald's more of a Calgary Flames guy. And that's literally the difference between the two.
Yeah. Real quick, we'll finish up the NHL playoffs. You got the Avalanche and the Blues out in the West. That series tied 1-1. They're playing 8:00 tomorrow. And then you have the Panthers and the Lightning. The Panthers who beat my Capitals to advance. I'm not bitter though. Game 3, Tampa Bay Lightning leads that series 2-0. So,
Yeah, Ty Domi was the ultimate goon. Oh, go ahead. Wow, sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Can you guys still hear?
Yeah.
He's a small guy too. He wasn't a very big guy.
Really?
you got to watch them scrappy guys.
Oh yeah, he was small. He wasn't. I mean, he was built, but he wasn't very tall.
One more hockey thing, I guess, before is that Dr. Ivan, who does like the Stern Show drawings, he is a Capitals fan as well. And High Pitch Eric text messaged him this week and said the Capitals lost, fuck you, or the Capitals suck. And Florida won. You saw that?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you shared them or if I saw them out there, but I did see that. It's like, fuck you. I'm glad the Capitals lost. Fuck you. And I'm like, damn, like what the fuck is wrong with Eric? He's like, he was coming that hard at that guy about the Capitals being out of it. You know,
that was so great. Yeah, I was like, dude, I didn't know. Yeah,
I was wondering what the context of that was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Just had to throw that in there.
Yeah. No, that's quite. That's cool. That's a good story, man. That's why we're here. Let's get my boy Andrew back in here.
So does Andrew watch hockey at all?
Let's see. That's a very good question because here
hold on a second.
I never hear him talk about it.
Kathy Linder says Andrew is looking dapper for your show, BF.
Oh boy, well, Kathy Linder is my sister, so hello, big sister.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello and welcome. That's
Hi,
Boneloads in the center. That's Bobby Nick that just said hello. This is
I think I might have the logo.
Cigar Man.
Hi.
Hey man, what's up, bro?
Nothing. I'm just taking
rock
over.
Rock them nails again. Now we can talk to you. Show the people your nails.
Let's see.
This is Andrew's caretaker, Vinny. And look, he rocks his nails. One hand only, we've learned.
Yeah, no, the other hand's clean. Yeah, it's stained.
Stained glass action going on?
Uh-huh. My mama did them.
Your mama did them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, my mom's a nail tech.
Well, there you go.
That's a nail artist, son. That's more than a tech.
Thank you.
That's an artist. That's beautiful. It might not be my thing, dude, but you do you, and that shit is beautiful. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to do
That's
something?
awesome.
I appreciate that, man.
How long does it take you to do something like that?
These took about like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not too bad.
These ones,
pretty
because
intricate, though. Yeah.
She had to layer it a bunch. Yeah, she always tells me every time I come in, I challenge her because I ask her the craziest shit.
So
she's like, "How do you come up with you want stained glass nails?" I said, "I don't know. I was looking at a church window and thought it looked pretty."
That's excellent. Now, does she provide like those elaborate kind of designs for other people, or does she just do that because you take her that way, or?
Oh yeah, she'll do anything you want. To her, as best as she can. She's incredible. She's been trained by some of the top nail artists of in America or in the Midwest or something like that. She can do just about anything.
Yeah, bro. That's cool. You can see the artistry in it. You really can.
Thank you.
Totally.
You ever seen
that?
What's that?
That's pretty amazing, man. Like the first thing I seen was stained glass windows when you showed your nails. I was like, whoa.
Thank you. Yeah.
My man Vinny's had Easter eggs. He's had all kind of stuff.
No, you don't have to
yeah.
Uh-huh.
For those you
No,
don't
you
know,
don't have
that's
to wipe your
Vinny's.
butt with that hand,
That's
though, right?
Andrew caretaker is Vinny right there. He takes care of our boy Andrew real good.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's my
Oh, that's
homie.
cool.
If it happens
Oh, yeah.
again, I might have to forego the
Do
damn.
you want me to just unplug them? You want me to just turn them off?
Mm,
I'm
I don't
good.
know. If we get that echo, I don't know. I don't want
Well,
to
I
have
go
to
happen
panic.
if
It's his laptop, so it might not echo.
yeah,
Let's do a
it's-
laptop
yeah.
test. Let's do a
Okay.
laptop.
Yeah, let's test it
But if
out.
it happens again,
I'm
I'm
scared, but I'm
Andrew's
willing to do it.
Andrew's having problems with his headphones for some reason. Them being connected makes like his screen go black sometimes. So if it happens again, he's gonna unplug them. So you're gonna have to let him know if you can still hear him and stuff.
I want to. Yeah, we want to see if the computer sounds better with no echo without the
Yeah.
headphones.
Unplug them.
Okay, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, test it out.
I'll take one. They want to see if it has no echo.
1 2 1 2. What up, bros and broskies?
Andrew?
He's got to change it because he
Andrew, can you
unplugged
hear
it.
us?
Right,
Oh.
yeah.
Vinny getting in on it on the ones and twos.
Hey. Lifesaver.
You would think that shit would just switch over nice for you when you unplugged it, but not
Yeah,
always.
you would, but I guess
Yeah, like
not,
change
no.
the settings, yeah.
It's like talking to Andrew is like talking to an astronaut in a space.
All right, can you hear us now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we got you. Say hello. What's up, Andrew?
Yep.
Talk, buddy.
hey.
There we go. No echo.
it's
So let's
echoing.
try this for a bit.
Any echo
Yeah,
there?
that sounds good.
No, there's no
Not yet.
echo, buddy.
Not yet, brother. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
right.
keep
The
our-
echo always
That's
came in
good.
Stained
there.
glass
I'll turn
fingers
it on.
crossed. Vinny.
That's right.
Just what?
Turn it up.
On here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to hit shift, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Sick. Can you still
Cool.
hear us?
Sound good.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sound good. And I don't hear an echo yet. So
Coming
Awesome.
through
So it
Might
must have
be
been
crystal
good.
clear.
It must have been my iPad because I dropped it so many times on the goddamn floor.
That'll do it.
oh yeah, that'll definitely do it. That'll do her
Well, that's
in.
cool. Well, it's nice talking to Vinny. We appreciate you. Appreciate what you do for
Yeah,
Andrew.
thanks, Vinny.
We're gonna go on to the next thing. Andrew sent me this next clip. A little baseball. We're gonna get into a little MLB right now.
Awesome.
All right, Andrew. This was a clip of 2 home runs that happened within a batter of each other that you sent me. Would you want to elaborate about this?
No, this is actually, yeah, this is so crazy. This is so rare that this happens. It's like,
It's almost the identical.
Yeah. So for those of you who can't read the tweet, it says same game, same inning, 2 batters apart, same exit velo, which is exit velocity, same launch angle. No, really, it says. Do you remember the teams that were involved? It's what's it, the Giants and the Diamondbacks?
yeah, correct.
God, you can win like the Mega Millions
It's like a
before
glitch in the
like something like
Matrix.
this would happen. Yeah, yeah. Like the odds of that is probably almost impossible.
So Andrew thought that was pretty cool.
That is crazy.
Like,
I wonder if this.
What?
No, I wonder if the same person caught the ball. That would be neat.
I think there was
Yeah.
a guy who caught 2 home runs in one game last week. Maybe it was the same guy.
I
Yeah, right. The same guy. That would be weird.
That'd be crazy.
I swear to God, the only reason why I'm having problems with my iPad is because I dropped it.
Probably.
Yeah, well, we got to
Oh,
we
yeah.
got to Velcro your computer to that tray. We got to keep it drops to a minimum there, buddy.
Yeah.
You should have a tether on it so it can't fall on the floor.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that little spring.
Like a
spring
lighter
action. He can-
leash.
so he-
Yeah.
no matter where it is, he can always
Yeah.
just pull it toward himself.
Yeah, no doubt.
I like that. Very good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
All right, we're going to go on to little NASCAR here. Boom. Pull this
Where's
clip
Trey
up
when you
for
need him?
Trey with the NASCAR.
Yeah.
Trey,
He loves NASCAR. Maybe we'll get Ronnie to come in for a special guest segment for NASCAR.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
little commercial plan. But last weekend, NASCAR race at the Kansas Race Speedway, and Kurt Busch won. So I was going to play you some video from that. Go ahead, Andrew.
We gotta see if we can get Vince Russo and pull some of Shirley's strings and see if we can get him in.
You got to pull your strings, brother.
Yeah, he knows you. Yeah, you guys are cool.
What?
Right. Trying to cover a little bit of everything this week. So
I'm
here we go.
trying to
NASCAR.
think,
This is like the
what
finish
should I say?
of the race in Kansas.
Retweeted it.
You saw, yeah.
I retweeted it because Ronnie's like, "Yeah, Kurt Busch won." I'm like, "Yeah." That's his
That's
dude.
his boy.
Yep.
So they're having the NASCAR All-Star race this week, I believe in Texas. But
That's cool.
real quick.
You know that NXT. Does any of you watch NXT?
I do not watch NXT. No, sir.
I don't even know what that is.
Is that wrestling?
That's like the lower, like beginner class of the WWE. It's where they bring their kind of starters. They bring their starter wrestlers along.
Their farm system.
Essentially, yeah,
have
yeah. It's their minor league system. Absolutely.
one or
That's the way
two
to say it.
NXT superstars following me on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Is it a
Nice.
girl?
Mm-hmm.
We have Andrew breaking news.
And
NXT superstar.
No.
follows Andrew.
Three of them.
Who is it, Andrew? Spill the beans.
we have some breaking news. Drew Holiday and Giannis Antetokounmpo have made the all-defensive team.
I froze that, brother. So I didn't catch
Congratulations.
all that.
Yeah, that's his team. That's his local Milwaukee guys.
All-defensive team. That
First team?
means the best defender in the league.
At their respective positions.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
So
pretty cool.
Pretty damn cool.
And that's why they won it last year. You know, defense freaking wins championships. Just like in every sport, you know. If you can play some D, you got a shot.
Just
Oh,
like
that's D.
in baseball, I think pitching wins championships. Fuck offense. You could have not like mediocre offense, but like, know what I'm saying?
That's
I
the
agree, yeah,
best defense. If they can't hit the ball, that's a great defense, isn't it?
Yeah, it always seems in like October, there's always just a little bit of luck. You know, a team gets hot hitting and the pitchers, you know, get hot and it just all comes together, you know.
And that is the best argument for the wild card because there, you know, we've seen through the years there have been teams like that where you're like, oh boy, this team's getting hot now. If only there were like this one more playoff position, they might do something.
Whoa!
What you got, brother? You got breaking news, sports news? What you doing?
Haha.
Victor.
Come on.
Nelson Cruz, he's 42 years old. He's still hitting like over 300.
Nelson Cruz is amazing. He had a stint with the Orioles. I'm a Baltimore Orioles fan. I try to be. That's my better judgment. But Nelson Cruz was with us for a while, and I think he wanted like some whatever the market, you know, bared that time. It might have been like $9-10 million a year, but he's been just going. What's he making now, Andrew? I think last I heard, he's like making 23 million, 24 for like a single season.
He got 2-year deal with the Nationals for like 12 million, I think.
Was it 12? Yeah. Yeah, but he's a guy that he was supposedly at the end of his rope when the Orioles refused to pay him. So much for that. He's been out there raking in the millions since. I think that was easily 10 years ago.
He's 42 years old. 40.
Yeah, he was 30 at that time, probably, you know, and Bobby in there like, yeah, let's let him go.
Yeah.
Guy still had 10 good years in him.
All right, Andrew.
Baseball. You can,
So
yeah.
Andrew's the baseball guy. Now you're familiar with the baseball number scoring system, are you, Andrew? How they
Yes.
the number positions? Like for example, what is the shortstop? You know that one?
I'm
All right. Well, we all failed some every now and then, but we're gonna do a little segment today called the sports education segment, if you will.
Oh, education.
Get it?
Education.
See, it's punny. The sports
Aha.
education. This is where the sports heads are we're gonna learn each other something.
the
All right, we're gonna
pitcher's
do some
one. I know the pitcher is one.
All right. So for those who don't know, if you might have heard the numbers called, here are the actual position numbers if you're keeping score in a scorebook. So sometimes you might have heard of shortstop or a double play referred to as like 6-4-3. So you see 6 there, Andrew. 6 is your shortstop, right? So 6-4 second, and then 6-4-3. That's your double play. So that's kind of what it'd be scored. But these are the numbered positions, like you said. Start with 1 with the pitcher, right? Who's 2, Andrew? Can you see it?
2 is the catcher.
2 is the catcher, right? So it kind of goes 1-2, pitcher, catcher, and then goes up to first base 3, 4, 5. Then they jump back for 6, 7, 8, 9. So you ever heard like it on the radio, or if you heard a call and you're like, it's like I said, a 6-4-3 or a 5-3 play or a 1-2, then you learn these numbers. You just might know a little bit more than you did before.
I heard of a 1-4-3 double play the other day or something like that, and I thought about Sal, stockbroker.
Isn't that something? How something totally separate like that, like just an innocent series of numbers, and all of a sudden it clicks right to that memory. 1-4-3. I love that.
The games are like
1
1-4-3.
letter, 4 letters, 3 letters. That's just so strange and corny, and I love you. Yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
1-4-3.
Let's
I never knew this
do
baseball
this
numbering
on-
thing even existed.
Let's
I
do
never-
this
never
on
heard of
air
it.
real quick.
Wow.
Wait a minute,
didn't-
1 second.
Get a chance to do this.
What's
But
that, brother?
Could we see who was the longest tenured baseball player in MLB history?
You the one with the fancy computer there, brother.
Yeah,
That's
it's like,
good.
oh my god, internet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
I just like
too.
how he challenges me to throw out to look up random facts while we're like in the middle of the show or whatever.
I can't do it right now because I don't have voice recognition on my compuder. Otherwise,
All right.
But yeah, last time I
Yeah.
knew like what that whole thing was, but I didn't know the actual numbers of the positions. So I learned
Oh yeah,
from
I
that
never
too.
even heard it before. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
I
I'm
learned
glad that exactly that it's kind of interesting and scary at the same time, isn't it? But yeah, because I don't know everything about basketball and every
Like,
sport, but I can tell that we all have
forward,
different strengths and everything, and we're all picking up
power
on.
forward, small forward.
You showing off, Andrew?
Uh,
Showing off your
Center.
basketball plays? Is that what you're doing to me?
Yeah.
Big time, I mean, with your
Yeah, they're doing the
basketball
basketball too.
knowledge?
Yeah, the 1 is the point guard, the 2 is the shooting guard, 3 is the forward,
Oh, really?
4 is the power forward, 5 is the center. Yeah. So if they're like you're at the 5, you're the big guy in the middle. If like you're at the 1, you're the point guard, the guy bringing it up every time, and you're guarding like the guy bringing it up every time. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? So that's true. That's
Yeah,
actually
this is
there's
probably
it's
most
like that in
important
basketball too.
for the people keeping score and stuff, right?
Well, it's funny.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to go to the games, and my father would just religiously keep the score like the whole time, and we would just follow along and would write the numbers down and make the little pencil drawings of if the guy
He'd do
made
his little scorecard thing.
Yeah, you buy the program when he walked in, and he was dedicated to that stuff. It was just something about that generation of people that learned to listen to the games on the radio and keep score that way. That it was just an odd passion for him, for somebody that he liked crossword puzzles and stuff. But it was just interesting to see him.
Yeah, a
care
lot of
that
coach
much.
speak too. Yeah, like the coaches will mostly talk to that manner. Like you're at the 4. Like.
Yeah.
But
Right.
like on TV, they're like he's starting at the power forward.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
how I learned it. So hopefully, like every week, I can come up with a little something that it's just something. I think we hear a lot of these terms thrown around all of our sports lives. I'm guilty of it too, and I never really like bear down and go, what what does that really mean when they say this number? Or maybe we'll cover hockey in next week and we'll talk about like offsides or 2-line passes and stuff like that, because I know hockey is a kind of look, got your attention. Hockey is an interesting sport in that regard too, and sometimes the
I
gameplay
can't
stops
wait.
and you really don't realize why it did.
Yeah,
Every time.
it took me forever to like learn icing and everything, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now you
Absolutely.
see you see the pucks flying like well that whistle.
Yeah. So that was our little sports education segment. We'll be do that in the coming weeks. We hope you like that. So I see 57 minutes. We're almost an hour into this, and so we're going to kind of keep it about an hour. We appreciate y'all coming. I got one more clip we're going to share with you. Any last thoughts that anybody wants to share? Andrew, anything you want to say before we go?
So, do you think there should be a age limit on professional athletes? Because the final clip I wanted to show you has something to do with that. What I'm going to bring up.
It's hard to say because some dudes are ready, some dudes aren't, you know.
Are you going to attempt to share a screen with us? Is this what you're going to do, sir? What are you doing?
No, the last clip I sent you has to do with that.
Yeah, if you ask me, I say 21, you know, drinking, smoking, professional athlete, even military. You shouldn't be able to join the military.
Did you send me that on
21,
Did you send Instagram, Andrew?
To end their career.
Oh, the oldest.
Wow.
They
I
should
say
be
no
able to
limit on that.
Play as long as they can play. Yeah.
That's a great way to think about it, but why should so why are we capping the young?
Because
We're not capping the old.
I got you, buddy.
Pull the last one up.
Okay.
Coming up. Right up, sir. Here it comes. I got you now, buddy. Cooking with gas.
Good point.
Speak on it, Andrew. Bartolo Colon. Here it is.
Bartolo Colon is working out, supposedly. The dude, damn near 50, I think he is close to 50. He wants to potentially play with the Mets again.
I had him on my fantasy baseball team in 1998 when he was with the Indians because he was a cheap starter.
He is currently 48 years old, Andrew.
That's crazy.
So he's 48
as long
and
as you
trying.
get the ball in there, and yeah, who cares?
That's all that matters, right? It is right. It isn't about like a pity party or anything. If he can't perform, they're not going to bring him up there just to parade a guy around and lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
the horse can't
someone's
run no
willing to
more.
offer
You
him
know?
a job, why not? Who cares? Right.
They're gonna retire him.
And he could still throw 80 some mile an hour. That's
Depending on how,
well,
the trajectory, and if he's got put a little nastiness on that 80 something, that's not bad, dude.
All right, so let me ask you this, Andrew. Is that a sign of how good he is or how bad pitching is that they're even considering this?
DeGrom is potentially out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because he may need Tommy John surgery again.
Tommy John, that we did that on a little sports education segment last week. So, yeah, Tommy John
what is that?
reeks its head again.
It's underwear.
Did you not?
Did you hear about that?
Underwear, yeah. It's a special underwear.
Marlos, did you hear
You have to see in episode number 1, we covered the Tommy John and the.
We talked about DeGrom, yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know if we talked about
remember
last
that?
week, but yeah, we definitely discussed that.
No. Well, what is it? Just can you give me like a real quick?
Yeah, basically, back in the early mid-70s, I think 1974, there was a pitcher who blew out his ligaments in his throwing elbow. His name was Tommy John. The surgeon at the time devised a surgery in where he drilled holes in certain places on their bones, got a cadaver ligament or a ligament from another source, looped it through in such a way to create a new throwing ligament. And the namesake of this surgery is the pitcher Tommy John.
Gnarly,
so
dude.
A lot of these guys, these pitchers that are blowing out their arms.
He's like a bionic pitcher.
More or less, yeah. Basically put the ligament where one wasn't before. It's basically a replacement for what they had naturally. Right. And it's worked. It's like I said, since the mid 70s. And last week, real quick, we covered the fact
you on the shelf for a long time though, like a year and a half, 2 years.
Wow.
Almost. Yeah.
The Tommy John, the namesake of the surgery, is grateful for the surgery and that it lengthened his career. What he doesn't like now is that the average age of the people getting Tommy John surgeries is between 15 and 19 years old. I think it's like 57% of the surgeries are done between 15 and 19-year-olds. And so that's his problem with it, that he doesn't like these children committing to these careers at such a young age and overextending their bodies, one part of it, and then needing this surgery. So he's trying to campaign against, while it's a good surgery, kids need to diversify and it's not I think he said it was like a $16 billion youth sports industry business. People, the training, the gear and everything that's going into the sports industry. And these children are just deciding at a much younger age and wearing their bodies out. So that's just a quick review of the.
Yeah, if I got a kid throwing 80 or 90, like 12, 13, I'm going to preserve that damn arm.
Yeah. I had a niece who played the girls' underhand softball, and she was quite good at pitching. So good that they overused her. And ultimately, I can't speak medically on what they ruined in her arm, but essentially she couldn't do it anymore because of the mismanagement, even at a
save that arm till junior college.
Yeah, gotta mix it up like we used to when we were younger. You don't just do any one thing. You gotta mix it up. All right. So let me get this. I'll gear this clip up real quick. I'd like to leave you with a funny one. This is I'm gonna call this our clip of the week. All right. So let's get this sound right. Boom. And here we go. We're going to get some home run action. Let's see. Watch this. Oh, look at that one is home run. Oh, it's off the arse. It's back. It's back. It's off the back. It's off the back side. Here we go. Oh, I like the click.
Hey, I'm not a sports fan, and I can even appreciate that.
That one is hell yeah, Bob. We love it, buddy. See, all something we can relate to. We all learn something. All something we all. Boom.
Oh, that one is
Canada, United States. I don't care where you're from. That's fun. But I'll tell you what, right there. I don't care where you're from. That's fun right there. All right, fellas.
I love it. I love it.
You love it. Andrew loves it. I got the official endorsement of Andrew. If he loves it,
Andrew,
I know we did something right.
Andrew, it is so nice seeing you on your laptop, seeing you there. We're not looking at the top of your head. We have no echo. This is fantastic. You are styling, dude. Loving it.
Yeah. Upright Andrew, new and improved.
He's a new man.
Loving it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, looking good, boy.
All right, we're going to bring this train into the station. We appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. That's Boneloads.
Liking stuff.
That's Andrew, Bobby, Nick.
Thanks for having
my
me.
lost interest. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed this little
It was a pleasure.
Sports show on Friday night. We are the Sports Heads. Peace and love. Until next Friday. Take care.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, guys.